Sup, fellas? Sauce and Chicken here, bringing you some new MineZ content. I'm Pone Sauce.
And I'm Folding Chicken, and here today we're bringing you guys a little bit of new MineZ content similar to our first video, but today we're taking a look at an island that's off east of Grimdale, west of Grimdale. I'm not actually sure on the directions.
Yeah, it's west of Grimdale. And it's not too far actually, as you saw the Coords posted below, so it's just a short 5-10 minute walk from Grimdale, and I would definitely advise going here just because it's a really kind of unique town, and then there's a lot more other reasons that we'll get into later.
Yeah, so just one of the key draws here is, even though it's close to a lot of the spawning villages, which would be helpful because you can get there really fast, you don't have to do as much of a commitment as like Chrome or especially the Coliseum or the Volcano, is that most people aren't even going to know about it because I don't think that a lot of MineZ players check the map all that often. So you'll just be able to get there pretty easily and you won't run into too many problems other than various zombies along the way.
Yeah, and from my previous endeavors to this place, I have not encountered any human life, I guess if you can call that. But yeah, so it's a pretty deserted town, and there's some nice food that you can find here. And as you saw earlier, I got actually all the mushroom stew ingredients, and so you can make that freely. The only real cause of worry is the zombies, which you can see me fight off a couple times, but really it's not too bad. And also there is a crafting table, and I believe there are cookie supplies, so really this place is jackpot for food, and there's not much competition to deal with either.
Yeah, that's one thing that I've determined in like a lot of the key cities is that if it has cookie supplies and it has a crafting table, then you're probably going to be good to survive there for quite a while. Just going back to kind of like the deserted factor, one thing that I've noticed in just the development of the new cities is that the MineZ creators have kind of lended towards showing that when you're farther away from spawn and you're in these like newer areas, it's probably going to be a little bit more deserted, and I feel like you see that with like the overgrown vines and the torn down buildings. And one thing that's really cool about this place is just the ginormous tower that's right in the middle.
Yeah, and the footage of the tower is actually just coming up here in a few seconds. And unfortunately, I didn't get to make it to the top just because I wanted to keep the time frame at a fairly decent pace, and I didn't want to tinker around up there for 20 minutes to try and get to the top. But yeah, it's quite unique, and I think it is a great addition to MineZ, and just provides a challenge for players and just for something extra to do, which I think is great.
When I was able to walk over there, I actually did get it. It's a little bit tricky of a path. Maybe if you guys want, we'll upload some sort of a tutorial on how to get to the top like the fastest way. I don't know if that's something that you guys would want, but just leave it in the comment section if that is something that you would want. But when I got up there, there is just some basic parkour, and the most difficult part was probably swimming through the water, which you probably see Pone Sauce over here attempt at some point. But when I got up to the top, what I found was that there is quite good loot up there. I think I got chainmail armor and enchanted bows, and just for an area that's so close to the spawning places, that's a really good find to get so early.
Yeah, definitely, and it is quite tough. I know I didn't succeed here on the first try, but if you put a little time and effort into figuring it out, it should not be a problem.
Just running through this, and I'm not actually watching the gameplay right now, but one thing that I did like here is just kind of like how the village is set up. There's just like a row of areas with chests, and I find that to be pretty helpful when you're just looking through an area, so you don't have to like go into separate buildings. You can kind of just like walk around the various huts that are laying around, and you'll find all the food things and just some armor. And I really like that there's chainmail armor there also.
Another thing that I think is cool just about the new additions to the MineZ map in general, or that kind of they switched up the general theme and like construction of the cities and buildings. So you're seeing the little huts that are kind of like a market, and I think they used a lot more cobble, just kind of in a general sense, and it just kind of made the cities a little more stylish and just kind of gave them a new look.
Yeah, one thing that I thought really helped make the cities pop was just the use of wool on the tops of all the little huts that you were talking about. Because I know when I walk into like Cromer and I'm just seeing stone brick all the way through, it's kinda almost depressing. But Cromer is a not too safe of a town sometimes, so maybe I shouldn't be relating it to that. But just looking through it kind of has like a more friendly vibe, and it's nicer to look at by far.
Yeah, definitely. So that's one thing to look forward to. But overall, guys, this is a nice new little island, and I would definitely advise checking it out and just subscribe and stay tuned for more new MineZ content.
Yep, we definitely have a lot planned, so just stay tuned.
All right, thanks for watching, guys.
So I think I've probably pointed